This video is called The Grinch That Stole My Christmas, and then I have a Christmas story for you about real Grinches. I had planned on, I had a backup, a motor that I was going to put. Hey, Orange Cat is here. Hey, Super Cat. I was going to put another motor on there. Jeff brought his Predator, and that's definitely not going to work because of the chute. So I had a motor off of a snowblower that definitely would work. It was just that I had to get a shaft kit for the motor shaft. Well, somebody stole that motor. So a Grinch paid me a visit, and I don't know when. They put a junk engine in its place, and that's what I found. And then for this, I need a wiring harness for this opposed twin, not for the tractor, but for the engine. So if anybody has one, they have some. I think they're on Amazon. eBay, I didn't come up with anything, but not saying they're not there. But a lot of people are starting to pull their inventory off of eBay well, because of Grinches, I guess. So I'm going to share my Grinch story with you. I was leaving the supermarket yesterday. It's, Christmas Eve, and I guess the Grinches, they went shopping for a ham, and a hell of a fight broke out in front of the store. Okay, let me explain this. Okay, they're fighting about. I think she's Mrs. Grinch. She's like, well, should we invite Joe and Kamala, and Jill? And Grinch says, Jesus freaking cripes, no, hell no. He says, F that Joe in the hoe. And I was like, wow. And he says, did you see what we just paid for gas in that ham? He says, we're Grinches. Why didn't you just steal the ham? Stick it under your coat. And she says, Mrs. Grinch says, well, it would make me look fat. And he says, you are. You're fat. You're ugly. You're a Grinch. Pow. Right in the kisser he get. Oh boy, she hit him hard. Well, the Grinch is not having a good Christmas, and neither am I with somebody stealing an engine from me. And I'm still on my leaf quest. It's just that in the Northeast, these leaves are stuck, and I can't get parts for my leaf blower, and I am not about to throw that leaf blower away. And I have two other ones that I should be fixing that I couldn't also get parts for. It's an all Grinch Christmas. Everybody's stealing my Christmas. And I'm going to say, out of all seriousness, I got a lot of stuff here I'm still cleaning up. And this stuff that's going on with China and Russia is going to turn terminal in a minute. The plan is, I guess, for Russia and China. Russia is still kind of training those North Korean regulars. Now, I talked to the State Department, and it was Christmas. I did talk to some of my friends and allies. Not that I had that many, two. But anyway, they're credible sources that still work for the DOD. And I guess the plan is we're going to get distracted in the Middle East. China's going to slide right on into Taiwan and the Philippines. And believe it or not, they're going to help that invasion. They're going to take over those minerals there in Venezuela. That uprising that's going on in Venezuela, in Guyana and all that, that is part of the Chinese plan. That is Chinese funded. Okay, so look, everybody can be full of it, okay? But I'm not. I talk to credible people. They're very intelligent people, and when they have something intelligent to contribute, I try to relay that. Who am I? Nobody has to believe me, okay? There's a lot of fear mongers. I'm listening to them, KLA News or something like that. He was talking about what are bean sprouts and what is this or whatever that. Well, bean sprouts, those are usually when you have a muster, when you have, say, a reservist unit or whatever. And then there was basically like a reference to the commanders, but they're using like roundabout language. And he's supposedly military, or he worked with the CIA intelligence, or what's his name, Harvey Wheelbanger or something like that. And then there was the other one. There's Monkey Jerks, and these guys are wannabe somethings or whatever. And that's why I'm not the most creative. I don't have video editing, and I'm really not out to put the fear into people's hearts. I'm actually an optimist. I'm up against the wall with bills and everything else like everybody else. I got my health problems. I had a scare this morning with one of my animals. Didn't want to wake up, and that was not good. Everybody's got their back against the wall, but I'm an optimist, but this is not looking good. It seems like the Democrat Party had this plan, because we're going to get so involved. China is going to take over the minerals in the raw earths in the Middle East, and they're probably going to get it in some other places, because we're going to be too involved. okay, fighting Russia, North Korean regulars and soldiers. And don't forget, maybe you think Russia's running out of weapons. Well, China's not hasn't fought a war ever. They probably got stockpile after stockpile. It's going to be inevitable what's going to happen. If a U.S. city, if one of our cities does get hit, listen, people, we're one of the most unprepared nations for a natural disaster or an unnatural disaster of any kind. We don't have doctors because we gave all of our education to foreign students over our preferring our own. And now we have this racist prejudice against the natural born citizens here. And that's black, white, or Hispanic or other ethnicities. Okay? This is not good. So I just wanted to share my Christmas Grinch story with you. Even the Grinch said, F Joe Biden. All right, I got to get back to work. And if anybody has that wiring harness for one of these old opposed twin cylinders, hey, get in touch with me. I do need it. And as I said, I need of I really need a leaf blower. Like I said, I just can't afford things right now. And normally I could. I'm always a hard worker. There are people, they were pricing projects even for next year. What's going to go on, I don't know. But anyway, happy holidays to everybody, and hopefully I'll have something good for New Year's. New Year's is always a dicey holiday, and we have those other fear mongers there telling everybody they're getting I don't know, a $1,400 or $2,400 Social Security stimulus check or whatever. There was actually a fight before I went in the market. It was some crackheads. I guess they're arguing that some of them I think are convinced that this money's on its way. That could be the truth. I don't know. I'm going to ask because I actually had a relative. There are other people that heard the rumor, and I saw it on YouTube's, but I don't know what the truth of that is. As much as DOD or whatever, those people are not retired yet. They're still actively involved or actively contracting with the DOD. So I actually have to see that. But there was a bad fight. Um, Somebody had something that somebody else wanted and said, well, I'll pay you with my stimulus or whatever. And I know it was drugs because they really didn't have anything on them. And it basically looked like they were on shoe leather with backpacks. So what was actually going on there, I don't know. But I got out of there because of my truck. I didn't want my truck damaged, or who knows if they, even crackheads have guns today. So you go try to get the other way. And I'm sure somebody else called the police. I didn't even bother. It's Hazleton. Hazleton is another Democrat-run shithole that it just keeps getting worse day by day. All right, Merry Christmas to everybody, and my Christmas got stolen. I wished I had that motor for that thing, but somebody had to be a real PR. I did check. I am actually missing another engine too. I'm missing another Kawasaki motor. I don't know how that happened, but it happened. All right, that is my Christmas special. The Grinch got me. Thanks.